Hey guys, Nikki Funky coming at you from the bus again. It is a gorgeous Saturday morning here in Pocatello. Just getting ready to continue on some rivet removal, so that's super fun. So far, not anyone's favorite part of the job yet, but because yeah, it's definitely hard work. But I figured I would give you guys a little snippet. This is our friend Buddy. He this cute little guy up here. He actually lives in the field behind our house and likes to visit with us when we work on the bus. So he's such a cutie. So I got a little bit of feedback from one of my earlier videos, just kind of explaining like who we are, what we're doing, what we're up to, why we bought a bus. So Sean and I, when he was watching the video with me, he was like, "You made it sound like we just woke up one day and decided to buy a bus." But this actually has been a couple-year journey for my husband and I, and kind of a dream we have for our family that is definitely a little different than probably the standard American white picket fence dream. Working retail jobs, we both noticed that not only does our house start to get filled up with stuff, but also kind of the activities that we do as a family, the things that our kids get excited to go do, for the most part got to a point where it was all revolving around, hey, I want to go get a new toy, or hey, let's go out to eat. Like we kind of noticed in our lifestyle, we were kind of getting to a point where about 2 years ago, where I was the heaviest I'd ever been. I was around 270 pounds ish, probably more. The last time I weighed myself, I was 265, but I'm pretty sure I was quite a bit heavier than that when I began my weight loss journey a couple years ago. My husband and I just kind of were realizing like we just weren't living the life we really wanted to live with our kids. We weren't teaching them those same kinds of lessons that like he and I learned growing up. Like we learned different lessons growing up. Sean grew up on a farm, and I grew up in Ventura, California, not far from the beach. But we both grew up working very hard for anything that we wanted. Like my parents didn't ever just give me the stuff I wanted. I had to go out and get a job and earn the money to, get new volleyball knee pads or whatever it is I wanted. I wasn't just given things. And same thing with Sean. He was the youngest of 12 kids, and they worked really, really hard for everything that they needed and everything that they had. And so we were noticing that we weren't passing on those same lessons to our kids either. And so a couple of years ago, I started taking a lot better care of my body. I actually lost 85 pounds and started eating a lot healthier, and that gave me a ton more energy to help lead our family to do a lot more activities. Like right now, my oldest is out riding his bike around the block and just getting out of the house so much more, going on family hikes and those kinds of things. So that has actually improved for our family so much. Another huge part of that journey for me personally was paying off a ton of debt. So I actually paid off all my debt as of December of this last year, and this bus was actually a big part of my motivation for that as well. Originally, when I brought up the idea of buying and renovating and living in a bus, my husband was like, "Oh my gosh, you're insane! Like, I'm 6'4", you're 6 feet tall, our kids are ginormous too, and you want to build a what and live in a what?" Like he thought it was completely insane. And the more and more we kind of talked about the ability to have a lot more freedom and the ability to just create a space that makes sense for what we actually need, and teach our kids that those extra other unnecessary things really aren't needs, became much and more interesting, and much more real and possible for Sean, I think. So yeah, my goal was to pay off all my debt. We are not going into any debt whatsoever building this bus until we have the money to buy the tool, or until we have the money to do it. We're just waiting, saving it up, then spending it. So I haven't incurred any new debt in the bus life yet, so that's really great. But yeah, that's our goal. It's our goal to live a much simpler life with our kids and just kind of teach them some of those lessons. And so far, it has been really awesome. So yeah, that's kind of what we're up to. So just kind of give you guys a little bit more insight for those of you who don't know us very well, or have no idea who we are or what we come from or why we're doing this. that's kind of the reasoning behind it for me and for my family. So yeah, so Buddy and I are going to sign off and go get back to the rivets. It was a nice little break for my wrists and fingers. So, and we did decide to instead of buying an air compressor and doing a or using a whatever the air compressor chisel thing, we're removing rivets by hand because it's cheaper and it's quite the workout. Oh my goodness. But we've made a little bit of progress. I'll upload some pictures and kind of potentially upload a video when we start the other half of the bus. Right now we're kind of like less, maybe not even a third of the way done with those guys. So you'll definitely get a solely rivet video, I'm sure, in a couple days. I have no idea. It might take us a few weeks to get this done. We don't know, but we're gonna keep on trucking with it. So thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.